25th of April, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Okay. We're ready.
You actually are here now.
All right.
Rabbi, I won't be here tomorrow. I have a medical appointment tomorrow. So
Okay, thanks for telling us. Hatzlacha. Should go well.
thank you.
Okay, we are holding here in Bava Kama. It's Tzadi Gimel, the last Amud of this parak. And let's see, where exactly did we get up to? That's the question. Oh yes, yeah, we were talking about the this din of Rav Chana. Amar Rav Chana, Moshe din al chaveroi hu nenash tchila. Okay, so we said that the one who requests and demands from Hashem that Hashem judge a certain person for what that person did to him. So the person who's making the demand, who nenash tchila, he will be the first one to be nenash, even before his friend.
What part of the plot is it?
Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines down from the top of the page.
Uh-huh.
Amar of Hanan.
Which page?
93a.
In the art scroll, it's 93A1.
93.
It's on the left-hand column on the 4th paragraph.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Rav Hanan, right. Thank you.
Okay, so okay, so that was the statement of Rav Hanan, and his support was deduced from the pasuk in Bereshis, where Sarai said to Avram, "Kamasi alecha." That it's interesting. We see over here in this pasuk that Sarai was making a comment to Avram Avinu that Chamasi Alecha. My situation is that I don't have children is upon you, because you, when you davened for children, when you said Hashem, but I don't have any children, Hashem, you should have said, we don't have any children, Hashem. And so what I'm finding interesting is that where do we find that Sarai demanded of Hashem that Hashem give punishment to Avram Avinu for not thinking about her? This pasuk itself simply says that Sarai expressed her feelings to her husband. But where do we find that that she was Moser Din al Chavero to Hashem? I don't,
There's a footnote, number 10.
yeah,
is, since the victim has a court to which he can turn, he should not submit the case to heaven. In Sarah's case, too, she should have submitted her complaint to the court of Shem and the son of Noah. That's Tosafos Simieri. When a person has no court to which he may appeal, however, he has no choice but to appeal to heaven, and is not held accountable for doing it so. Even when there is no court available, though, one must first inform this disputant of his plans before submitting the case to heaven. In other words, we should take care of our own business first, I guess, right?
so isn't this what Sarai did? She's confronting Avram Avinu.
Yeah.
Where do we see that she complained to Hashem and demanded that Hashem punish Avram Avinu for this what he did by not remembering her?
But according to the footnote in Bereshis Rabbah, it says she died 38 years earlier was because she submitted her case against Abraham to heaven. That's footnote number 9.
Mhm.
Bereshis Rabbah 45:5.
So I'll ask the question on the Bereshis Rabbah. Where does the Bereshis Rabbah know that she complained to Hashem and demanded Hashem punish Avram Avinu? Where do we see that?
I don't know.
It says Bereshis Rabbah with Maharazav, Pnei Yeshua, and Sufas Emes to Rosh Hashanah 16b.
Hmm. My justice is upon you. Let Hashem judge between me and you.
Oh, Roy's got it.
Well, I haven't got it. I'm just reading from the art scroll.
See, this is a very very typical of the Gemora. What does the Gemora do? Whenever the Gemora quotes a pasuk, hardly ever do we ever see that the Gemora quotes, first of all, the whole pasuk. The Gemora never quotes the whole pasuk, and even more than that, the Gemora generally just quotes a few words of the pasuk, and most all of the time they are not the words of the pasuk that source for the it's the support and the source for the statement of the Amora or the Tana. And here we have a case in point. Anan said that Hamoser din al Chavero, someone who makes a claim to Hashem about his friend, they will be punished first, and then it quotes the words that Sarai said to Avram, "Chamasi alecha, my injustice is upon you." But really, the last part of the pasuk, if you take a look at the last part of the pasuk, and this pasuk is quoted in its entirety in your Torah Or HaSholem, this is the Os Gimel in the Torah Or HaSholem. Os Gimel, the Torah Or HaSholem is generally found on the inside of the page, the far right of the page. It's underneath Masoras Hashas and Hagos Abach. And over here it says, "V'tomar Sarai el Avram." Sarai said to Avram, "Chamasi alecha, my injustice upon you. Anochi nasati shipchasi b'chekecha. Here I gave you my maidservant b'chekecha v'tera ki harosa," and she sees that she became in a expectant way, ve'ekal be'einecha, and she and now I have become lights and in her eyes. And now this is the words of the pasuk that really is what Reb Hanan is talking about. Sarai continues, the pasuk records and says, "Yishpot Hashem beini uveinecha." Hashem should be shofet. Hashem should judge in this matter between me and between you. So here we see that what Rav Hanan is speaking about, that Sarah wasn't simply talking to Avram Avinu, but she said to him that Hashem should judge this, what you have done to me. Okay, very good. Okay, so now let's do the next section over here. Hani Mili. Hani Mili is can be found. It's the first words of the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines from the top of the page. Vahani Mili.
In the left-hand side of 93A1.
Okay, Roy, would you like to read?
Vahani Mili Da'is Le Dane Ba'ara. This statement, however, applies only where one can attain justice on earth.
Okay, and as Alan pointed out, if we take a look at the very top Tosfos, a one-line Tosfos on the top of this page here, Dibra Maskil, the Ikka Dina Ba'ara, that there is a place of din Ba'ara in the land, meaning in this world. So then that's when Rav Hanan's statement applies. And let's see what Tosfos says over here. We'll just read the Tosfos over here. Phil, you want to read the Tosfos for us?
Which Tosfos are we reading now?
This is the first Tosfos on the page. Dibra Maskil, the Ikka.
The Ikka Dino Ba'ara. That there is justice on earth, din on the earth. Imei Sarah, in the days of Sarah, it was Beit Din Shel Shem Kayen. Okay, so there was a I guess in the yeshiva of Shem and Ever, there was a, no, is it Shem or Shes? Shem and Ever was after that, wasn't it? It's Shes, Chase.
Shame, yeah. Shame.
Shame or
Mhm.
Shes? Whatever it was. I guess
Shame. Shame with a mem Sophie.
Mem Sofit. It was always a yeshiva of Shem and Ever, so there was a base din there.
Right. That's right. That's what Tosa says.
But
There
how
was
can a
a-
base din make a judgment on a case where somebody says you didn't pray for me?
Oh, is that a basis for a judgment? You're saying?
Isn't that her complaint?
Yeah.
How can a base din make a judgment on that complaint?
Well, what could what can they do? What can
That's
they?
a matter
What's,
for Shemayim, right? That gets judged in Shemayim. It's thoughts.
Okay, this is an interesting question. What exactly is Avram Avinu? What is he guilty of? He's guilty for not davening for Sarai. He's guilty for not defending her and telling Hagar to lay off and stop any abuse that she's engaging in against his wife. So I would say that that will be up to the Besdin to decide what it is that they feel that they can do over there. But it certainly seems that according to Tosfos and according to the Gemora, that that would be a prerequisite, even in this case with Sarai. That's the way Tosfos understands. That's why Tosfos is saying that, in fact, in the days of Sarai, he calls her Sarah. There was a Besdin. There was a Besdin at that time. That was Kayam. That was in existence. And so Tosfos understands that it behooved Sarai to go to the Besdin. And in the absence of and if she would have done that, so then she would have been clean. She would not have been guilty of anything. You're asking what exactly could the Besdin do for her? I don't know. That's an interesting question, but it seems clear from the.
I'm actually asking different. I'm asking, what's the crime? What did Abraham violate? What law did he violate?
He's supposed to be Makayim the he's supposed to be Makayim the mitzvah v'havta l'recha kamocha. And according to the Rizal, the Iker Ahuva that the pasuk is talking about when it says the Iker Reya, the Rizal says v'havta l'recha kamocha, that Reya is one's wife. And so part of what it means to love one's wife is to daven for her. And part of what it means to love one's wife is to defend her and protect her from people that are abusing her. So he's remiss in this mitzvah.
Okay, but that's not what I asked.
What?
I asked, what did he violate?
He violated this pasuk. The pasuk says "V'ahavta l'recha kamocha," and he didn't fulfill it. Because that's what "V'ahavta l'recha kamocha" obligates a person to do. Just like if he thought to daven for himself, he should certainly have thought to daven for his wife too. That's exactly what it means. V'ahavta l'recha kamocha. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. That's exactly what it means. Okay. Okay, so that's the Hanimili. Okay. Oh, so now we go to new territory over here. Amar Rebbe Yitzchak. Oh, actually, we did do this yesterday also, but okay. So let's see it again. Amar Rebbe Yitzchak. Who you want to read? Amar Rebbe Yitzchak.
Amar Rabbi Yitzchak. Oi lo the tzoak yoser min hanaak
Hanitzak.
hanitzach. Sorry, eyes. Woe to one who cries out more than the one who is the subject of the outcry.
Right. So, right. That is the exact translation of what these words mean. And so, like we said yesterday, what Rebbe Yitzchak is saying would seem to be just in different words another statement from an Amora echoing this klal, this din that Reb Chanan is saying. In this case that we're talking about here, Sarai was the tzoek, and Avram was the nitzak. So Rabbi Yitzchak is saying, "Oi to Sarai more than to Avram." Why? Because like Reb Chanan says, "Who nenash tchila," the one who's the tzoek, he is going to be nenash tchila.
John?
Okay, now we don't have any Rashi yet. Oh, now we have the Brisa. Oh, now we have to, okay, so the Brisa, this is what we were doing yesterday with the Brisa. Okay, so we got 15 minutes to work on this Brisa. Okay, so let's read the Brisa again and see, and there's a Rashi on the Brisa, very important Rashi on this Brisa, and we'll try to understand the Brisa. So Alan has not read yet, I believe. Alan, would you like to read the words of the Brisa? Tanya Nami Hachi.
Okay, yeah. Tanya Nami Vachi. This was taught also in a brisa. The chord Hatzokeh, the Ashford, Hanitzor, the Mashma, both the one who cries out and the subject of the outcry are implied in this verse. For if he shall cry out to me, I shall surely hear his outcry. My wrath shall blaze, and I shall kill you. And that's the plural. Ela Shemamaha Ni La Sopek Loser Min except that they hasten to punish the one who cries out before they punish the subject of the outcry.
Okay, so
Note 13 says this is derived from Sarah, who, as we have said above, died before Abraham because she complained to heaven about him. It's a Rashi.
and here. Okay, now I see everybody's moving. So that means that I was frozen.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's take a look. So that's what the Brisa says over here. Tanya Nami Hochi. The Brisa also, we have a Brisa that that states this principle, this klal of
The rubber's gone again. Oh, well, I'll take this opportunity to say hello, Phil.
Hello. What?
He's back again. You're back again.
hello.
Sorry. Yep,
Yeah, go ahead.
you're back again.
I'm back again. Good.
Okay. Baruch Hashem. Well, Tchias HaMesim. Baruch
Oh,
B'chayim
no.
Mesim.
All right.
Second bracha of Shmona Esrei. All right. So yeah, we just I was just going to add the Brisa concludes Ela Shemarin Litzoek Yoter Min HaNitzak. The only difference between the two of them is that in Shemayim they give punishment to the Tzoek before they give to the Nitzak. So that's a source from a Brisa in support of Rav Hanan and this principle. So now let's take a look. The only question that we have over here though is that the Brisa is a little bit missing because we don't know. It sounds like the Brisa is referring to a pasuk because it says both the one who cries out as well as the one who is the subject of the one who is crying out, b'mashma are implied in a pasuk, but the Brisa doesn't tell us which is the pasuk that both the tzoek and the nitzak are implied in. So Rashi tells us over here what is the pasuk that the brisa is referring to. So Phil, would you like to read the words of the pasuk? The Rashi.
The Echad Hanitzak, Hatzoek, the Echad Hanitzak, the one who cries out, the one who's the subject of the cry. Amar Rabbeinu, Rabbeinu Shmuel.
Oh, that's
says-
Tosos. That's Tosos.
Sorry about that. Well, sorry, let's go to the. Okay,
We'll get
so
to
much
that.
for that.
Bez
Okay,
Hashem.
it's the Chara Af.
Yes.
His
The
anger
Chara Afi.
was, his anger was incensed there. Harakti etchem, and I will kill them, plural. It is Shmos
Eschem.
Kafet, Shnayim b'mashma. It means plural because it says eschem. So it's saying that there are two people being killed in this.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah, in order to appreciate who's the eschem of this pasuk, we're going to have to take a look at this whole pasuk. Let me close the door. Just a moment. Okay, so let's take a look at this pasuk in Sefer Shmos. Shmos Chaf Beis. Shmos Chaf Beis. Okay. Oh. Most Chaf Beis. Okay. So it says, Kol almana v'yosem lo sa'anun. Do not afflict an almana or a yosem. Im aneh sa'aneh also. If you do so, ki im tza'ok yitzak elai. For they will cry out to me, says Hashem. Shemoya eshma tzakato, and I will listen to, like the Targum says over here, akabel kibilte, not simply that I will hear what they will say, but I will accept what they will say, and I will accept their cry. And then, so what will happen as a result of this person afflicting an almana or a yosem, and the yosem or the almana cries out to Hashem, so the pasuk Chav Gimel over here says, "V'chara api, v'haragti eschem." And Hashem says, my anger will be kindled, v'haragti eschem, and I will slay eschem. I will slay you, the two of you. V'cherev, v'hayu nesheichem almanos u'benechem yisomim, and your wives will be almanos, and your children will be yisomim. So who is the eschem of this pasuk? So that's what this brisa here in our Gemora is coming to answer. The brisa is going on this pasuk, says Rashi, and the brisa is saying echad hatzoek, echad hanitzak b'mashma. The eschem in the pasuk is referring to the almana or the yosem who cried out to Hashem, as a result of something that was done to them by, we'll call him Ploni over here. And then it says Hashem says he will accept this cry, and Hashem says his anger will be kindled. Vaharakti eschem, and Hashem says, and I will slay eschem, the two of you. So who's the two of you? The Brisa says it refers to the tzoek, the one that cried out, and also to the, as well as the one who he was crying out about, that afflicted him.
Why to the one who cried? One who's calling out to Hashem. Why to whom, or in this case, her?
Okay, so now Roy has asked the question that is really the question of the whole section over here that we are discussing over here. If I'm understanding your question, Roy, you're asking, what's wrong with this widow or this orphan crying out to Hashem about this affliction that they suffered at the hands of Ploni? Is there something wrong with that?
Should have gone to the court, earthly court.
Right?
Is that it? Is that the answer?
Yeah. If they have a problem, then there is a Beis Din that's available, so they have to go to the Beis Din and get justice done from the Beis Din. So one can ask on that also. You could ask. You could say, well, so what's and even if they don't do that, so they're asking Hashem to take care of it for them. So what is the reason really why someone who cries out to Hashem is punished? What is the reason why? Even if there is a Beis Din that they could go to, but what's wrong with crying out to Hashem about this? First of all, the person is not simply crying out to Hashem from their affliction that they've suffered, but they are crying out to Hashem that this fellow Jew over here should be punished.
So they're actually giving a judgment.
Right? They are saying this person should be judged, Hashem. He did something, he did an injustice to me, and it's not fair, and you should judge him, and you should punish him. So what does Hashem say to that? Hashem says, "Oh, you're a perfect person. You have done no wrong to anyone. You're a perfect tzaddik, that you can demand that other people who are not as perfect as you, that they should be punished. Well, let's in fact see. Let's go into your file and let's see whether it's in fact true, as you are implying, that you are a perfect tzaddik, and that you have a right that this person who afflicted you should be punished." So then Hashem looks into the file of the tzoek, the one who's crying out, and he finds that, oh, well, this person is not exactly a perfect tzaddik. He's in fact really no worse. He's in fact no better than the person that he's crying to be punished. So if so, he's if he's saying that person should be judged, so why shouldn't he? Really, he should also be judged then. And that's exactly what Hashem does. He judges that person who cried out, who opened up this whole investigation on this other person, and who's demanding this other person be punished. So Hashem says, 1 second, before we go investigating that person, we're going to go investigate you, and let's see if what your record is all about. And so that's
Sorry. So he's bringing Yom Kippur onto him earlier.
well, not only that, but that he is the one who is acting as the prosecutor. This is not the job of a human being. Human being doesn't have to prosecute other people, especially if he is not clean of prosecution himself. Okay.
So what was, I see. So I was going to ask, so what was wrong with Miriam?
With Sarai,
With Sarah?
she was asking that Hashem judge Avram for his failure to do what it was incumbent upon him to do for her.
Yes, but what was in her background, what was wrong would cause her to be harshly judged by Hashem? Was it because she laughed, or?
Oh, yeah. What would it be?
Way she treated Hagar, or I don't know.
I mean, it could be. I mean, first of all, we don't see anything in the Chumash. That's too glaring in terms of her. What would we don't necessarily see anything, but the other thing is it so that if a person, let's say that Sarah was absolutely perfect, right? There wasn't anything that she ever did her entire life.
Right.
Is it still appropriate for her to act as in a role as a prosecutor to demand that Hashem exact justice from people that wrong her?
No.
So in other words, what we're saying is that there's something which is improper about that crying out in and of itself. And the only thing that I'm saying is that I'm just adding on to it that in most cases, if a person will just think about it himself for a moment, he'll see that the person that he's complaining about is and he's asking Hashem to judge him, he should really not do so for another reason, because then Hashem is going to look into his records as well, and it's not, and he's going to probably find a few things over there also that need prosecution.
So what about in Hallel? We've got to be careful, I suppose, in Hallel when we say, we repeat it towards the end of Hallel, Hashem prosper us, Hashem save us.
No, that's something else. We're
Yeah.
not asking Hashem to prosecute anyone. We're asking Hashem to save us.
Right. And if you call out to it, sorry, got a cramp. If we call out to Hashem to help us in this situation, or whatever it is, what we mean is for Hashem to bring justice in our favor.
Okay. It's all
Yeah.
right.
Okay, it's late. I see.
Okay.
Very interesting conversation, Roy.
Hmm.
Very good questions.
All right.
Take care.
All the best to everyone.
Okay. Thank you.
So Bez Hashem, tomorrow I'll try to open the meeting myself, and you could come into my meeting.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
I won't be here tomorrow.
Alan won't be here tomorrow. Okay.
All right. Okay.
We wish Alan
Hatzlacha.
bracha v'atzlacha tomorrow. Bezrat Hashem. Everything should go gewaldic and amazing.
Okay.
All
And
right.
everybody else should have a wonderful day.
Amen.
To Roy and to
Thank you.
Lou and to Phil and to Rebbe Thiel
Thank you.
and to Mayor and everyone else in Klal Yisrael. We wish everyone the best. That's what a Jew wants to wish another Jew. That everything should be
Amen.
wonderful for him. That's the idea. Okay.
Right. Okay. See you. Bye.
Bye.